Okay, everybody, this is part two. I left off talking about Thomas DeLauer. Sorry, I goofed his name up. Okay, Thomas is also an excellent, I don't know if he has doctor status. He's not a medical doctor that I know of, but he certainly looks great and knows what he's talking about when it comes to nutrition. He will go over your head all the time when he's talking about some of these nutritious ideas, nutrition, health, fitness ideas. All right, so very brief recap. This is what we've been taught is healthy, natural, best choice type foods, fruits, of course, and vegetables, but these turn out to be the main culprit or the enemy, so to speak. And what we've been taught as bad, bacon, butter, whole cream, heavy cream, cheeseburgers, and red meat, eggs, these have been all, explained to us as very bad and to be avoided. Okay, so now don't forget to look up all these other doctors, read their books, listen to audiobooks, listen to YouTube videos, anything you get your hands on with all of these guys. Okay, so like I mentioned in the last video, I'll be brief. Limit your carbohydrates to 20 grams per day. Protein, I think it's sort of automatic how much protein you're going to eat in one day, because nobody wants to eat a tremendous amount of meat. Even if you did, I don't think it would be a huge shock to your insulin. But the way I understand it from Dr. Bikman, Benjamin Bikman is saying that as you get more and more keto adapted, more naturally fat burning, then you're able to have more protein anyway. It has less and less of an insulin spike as it would if you're new to this. Okay, all right. So this is a diagram, a really great information from the dietdoctor.com, dietdoctor.com. As I explained, I can't remember what I explained because my video cut out too early last time. But these there's a whole spectrum in the vegetable world, from low carb to high carb vegetables, okay? But all these on here is in the low end of the spectrum. Spinach, avocados, olives, lettuce, asparagus, all these things on the very low end of, in fact, these are all pretty fantastic. Red bell pepper has the highest level of vitamin C that you can get. All these are fantastic. So if you're worried and stressed about not eating fruit, just think of it this way. You're eating all these fantastic nutritious things without any added sugar, okay? All right, imagine mixing and matching any of these items, lettuce, spinach, cauliflower, bell peppers, tomatoes, avocados in a nice salad with 8 ounces of meat or 10 ounces of meat, any type, either tuna or chicken or red meat. Think fajitas, think there's all sorts. You can add onions to this list. It might be just above Brussels sprouts. Eat any vegetables is not going to kill you. It's in fact, we know that they're good for you. All right, but add it with high fat and add it to protein. All right. Okay, here's this fantastic food pyramid by Jennifer. I don't know who Jennifer is, but if you Google Jennifer's food pyramid, you'll see the forum that she was on when she posted this. Now, I covered up a couple of things. And I added these mushrooms and avocados because I love olives. Olives are one of my main staples. Olives, cheese, eggs, along with leafy greens. Okay, and I buy avocados by the case at Costco. Sometimes, like 2 weeks ago, or like 3 weeks ago, I bought a case for $10 or $11. It was 33 avocados for $10 or $11. Okay, and last week they must have been considered less. I mean, you know, not overly ripe. So I got them for $18 for 33 avocados. Okay, incredible pricing at Costco, the commercial Costco. That they supply restaurants. It's incredible if you have access to one of those. Olives, I get big jars of olives at Walmart. They're very, very reasonably priced. You know, black olives $1 a can. I don't mind eating olives out of a can or a jar. Everything I'm talking about, you have to decide if they're if they're safely prepared, organic, clean, non-GMO. You're going to have to figure all that out yourself. But in general, if you have a good source for these items, meat, cheese, eggs, vegetables, all these things. Now, nuts for some people could be a staple, like your crutch, something you lean on. If you really got to have something to eat, then you snack on some nuts, right? But the problem is people really do overdo it. They eat too many nuts. I mean, by the time they're done, you will have eaten, say, 2 cups of nuts, maybe 2 handfuls of pine nuts, and a bunch of, like, one bag, $1 bag of peanuts from the convenience store is about 13 grams of carbs. Maybe, anywhere from 10 to 15 grams of carbs for a $1 package of peanuts. And most people would just eat those and not even think about it, right? Now, it would get you through the day because you're less likely to go, and buy a cheeseburger for the next 3 hours. But at the same time, you just wiped out 13 of your daily 20 grams of carbs. Okay, so you got to be careful. So if you're going to eat nuts, stick around here at the pecans. I don't know if you like Brazil nuts, I don't, but I love macadamias and pecans. Stick with, and walnuts. These 3 you can eat plenty of. And I'll splurge with peanuts and pine nuts. Lately I haven't been craving almonds or hazelnuts, or I like cashews sometimes, but I'm probably craving those because of the extra carbs in there. There's extra carbs in pistachios and cashews, so really there's no point because you can't even have a full cup of them, okay? For now, you have to be focused on 20 grams of carbs, okay? And now, sure, there's people out there that can deal with 30 or 40 or 50 or 100 grams of carbs in one day. But if you're overweight, you don't have any idea, do you? If you're unhealthy, you have no idea. So you're going to have to start a very strict 3 to 6 months of 20 grams of carbs per day. Let's go back to that graphic. 20 grams per day, okay? If you're, of course, your life will be healthier and better if you go as low as you can, or even if you have 100-gram days, you're still better off playing this game low, extremely low, or 0 carbohydrate days, okay? You can actually have you can have as low as 5 grams in a day if you're doing eggs and bacon and steak, and trust me, that will not kill you. Read Nina T, whatever her book is, The Big Fat Surprise. You're going to be amazed at how healthy and great people are feeling, and their actual blood work and everything is better on meats, okay? So this is a new trend, and she explains in The Big Fat Surprise why the regular food pyramid that you always have seen in school was wrong, because it was politically manipulated. And of course, low fat makes sense, but once you realize that fat does not trigger insulin, and insulin is the key factor in weight gain and fat storage, then simple equation: don't eat carbs, don't eat sugars, and you will not trigger insulin. I don't care what diet you're interested in, the science of insulin is the key science for weight gain and weight loss, okay? If you want to gain fat, body fat, then you need more insulin reactions, more insulin, okay? If you want to lose weight, you still must have longer periods without an insulin reaction. Now, isn't it fantastic that you can eat olives and avocados and leafy greens and asparagus and meat and cheese and heavy cream and not trigger insulin? Hello, man, that is the money. This is, if you were looking for the magic pill, that is it. There's even a movie on Netflix called The Magic Pill. This is about not triggering insulin, okay? Do not trigger insulin, and do it very consistently and very like a machine, like very methodical, okay? Now, in order to do that, you're going to need this chronometer app, or you have to be like a very military discipline. If you're not going to count, forget about calories. You do not need to count calories. What you need to count is grams of carbs. This is the only thing you need to count, grams of carbs. Everything else is just what is your stomach telling you, okay? The beautiful thing is you can select, let's go back to the pyramid. All right. You can select anything on here, you know, lower is obviously better because this 90% chocolate will still get you to, you know, you eat half of this 90% chocolate bar and you're still very close to 20 grams of carbs, okay? Carrots, beans, all that will throw you into 20 grams. I mean, you're done for the day. You eat anything on this top two rows here, you're done. You eat pistachios or cashews, you're very close to being. Now, who wants to just eat a handful of cashews and be done for the day? Other than, okay, you can always have leafy greens, and you can always have like olives, olive oil, and meats. Okay, so you can finish. Sure, you can splurge on something, and then you're basically limited to meat and eggs for the rest of the day, okay? But count up your carbs. It's very important for you to find out your body's reaction and where your set point is. I guarantee you it's lower than you expected. This is why everyone is failing on diets, okay? They're not serious enough. I got the wrong graphic here. You got to be at 20 grams a day. Okay, let's look at this. Now, shockingly enough, more important than actual keto and what you eat is when you eat. Did any of you realize that? When you eat is even more important than what you eat. Okay, let's look at it. Sometimes they say a 16-8, which is 16 hours not eating and 8 hours eating. So no snacking, no nothing. Okay, you go. Now that sounds like a lot of hours. But 8 hours sounds like a lot of hours, right? If you're eating for 8 hours in a day, then that's got to be enough. You don't need more than 8 hours of food in a day. You don't. Eat 2 meals a day or 1 meal a day. That's all you need, okay? So sometimes I'll eat some, you know, a cup of macadamias in, you know, when I'm starting to get hungry around 10, 11, and sure, then some sunflower seeds, because you can have plenty of salt. You can eat sunflower seeds. That'll get you through till like 4, 5, 6 in the evening, and then you eat a big meal. It's fine, as much as you want in your food pyramid. Okay, this is called intermittent fasting. All right, so, but you know, forget about the top two rows until you get used to the system. Okay, anything below here. And nuts is not really a meal. So look at everything in the 1, 2, 3, 4 bottom rows. Okay, any of that, any of these sort of categories, you can eat at you know, in your evening meal, or if you want to eat a bigger meal at 10 and a smaller meal at 4, or 11 and 5 or something like that, then eat as much as you want, whatever you want in these categories. Now, if you ate 4 eggs, for let's say at 10 in the morning, you eat 4 eggs and you can eat a pound of bacon. Okay, I'm not kidding you. You will be so satisfied, If you had a pound of bacon and 4 eggs, I've gone 24 hours after eating that, not wanting to eat until the next day, literally, just because it's so extremely satisfying. And sure, put some butter or cheese or mayonnaise. Eat that kind of a big meal. You will be extremely satisfied. Okay, do you realize that you can eat a triple cheeseburger from In-N-Out Burger, or something similar from Carl's Jr. or something? Get it lettuce wrap style. Okay, all this cheese is not hurting you. That's an old myth. Okay, you can eat red meat is good for you. Cheese is fine. Okay, get rid of the sandwich spread because that's like Thousand Island, which has sugar. Okay, this is kind of one of the things you have to be careful of, is these little hidden carbs. Okay. If you bought like salad dressing at the store, you'll probably find some extra carbs in there rather than if you made it yourself. Okay, some creams, they have hidden carbs in there. Okay, some of these creams. So half and half has way more carbs than heavy cream. So you got to add it up. Salt is not bad. When you're in ketosis, you need more salt. Pink salt is better than white salt. Eat all the salt you are craving. If you're not craving it, don't put it on, okay? But don't say to yourself, the doctor says no salt. That's baloney. These doctors, I'm starting to wonder if they know anything. They don't. If you got a fat doctor in front of you, forget it. This guy don't know anything, all right? You start listening to these skinny doctors right here. Jason Fung, Darren Schmidt, Nina, Dr. Benjamin Bikman, Phinney, Mercola, DeLauer. And once you start Googling these guys, you'll find some other related content. There's some fantastic guys out there. There's more, okay? I don't have time to tell you about it. All right, so where are we at here? Intermittent fasting, Google that. Okay, this is more important. You will lose weight faster. Just pick this, all right, you're going to be 8 hours eating, or let's just say 8 hours sleeping. You wake up 7 till, so if you take your first bite at 11 a.m. and take your last bite at 7 p.m., that's 8 hours of sleeping, 8 hours of eating, and 8 hours of working. Okay? Very simple concept, very simple day. Sure, you can do an 18-6. You can do 20 and 2. You can do 23 and 1. Okay? Sometimes they call it a 24, but it takes about an hour to eat sometimes, you will be healthier. If you had a 23 and 1, you would be healthier. Believe me on this. 6 meals a day is killing you. Okay? That means you're triggering insulin every time you put something in your mouth. Okay? So don't do that. Stay focused. You're going to be hungry. Okay? You're going to feel like challenged here, but your body will get used to it. Okay? You're going to be craving your usual donuts and birthday cake and ice cream. And I used to eat 5-6 milkshakes a week. I used to eat 10 king-size Milky Way candy bars a week. Other sugary things, lots and lots of carbohydrates. And that's why I weighed 250 pounds, okay? It's killing you. So when you use chronometer, you should be looking, it has this, see this little circle here? These colors represent the 3 macronutrients. So you should have a very small sliver of carbs, very big sliver for fat, and a quarter or less of protein. So, and the way you do that is by choosing these foods that are high in fat. All right, high-fat foods, high-fat foods, high-fat foods. All right, high fat. Okay, you can literally eat fat and be healthy. You can literally eat straight butter and be healthier. You can literally eat bacon and be healthier. Straight olive oil, meats, eggs, you will be healthier. Why? Because it does not trigger insulin. Okay, so that's about it. 20 minutes on low carb, keto, high fat, healthy fat. There's lots and lots more to talk about, but I'm going to end it now. You'll see more low carb, high fat things on my channel coming soon.